Buongiorno, good afternoon, good morning, good night, whenever it may be that you are watching, wherever you may be watching. It is time. I am the Wiz, or the Wizard, whatever you want to call me. And the reason for this live is because I think people are going nuts. Everywhere I go, it's Tommy Robinson is a racist and a fascist. Fascist. What? How'd you work that out? How do you work that out? Every time I see it, it's like, yeah, I know, it's crazy. I don't know, where's it all coming from? Basically, everything that I found that was bugging me, that I couldn't make head nor tail, I was like, what is going on? I've kept that, and I'm going to show you guys, and we're going to talk through it. And could it be any more negativity towards Tommy Robinson if it tried? I just don't get it. I don't get it. He's doing what he does. He's been open. He's been honest. I don't think he pulls any punches unless obviously you aggravate him at a train station and then knock you out in self-defense, which is... I ain't got a problem with that. But it's absolutely nuts. I don't get where is all the negativity coming from? Everyone's like, oh yeah, but in 1962, Tommy said, oh, in 1961, Tommy said, like, what are you going on about? I don't get it. I do not get it. I'm missing something. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Like, I'll probably losing the plot. But yeah, so I've got all this stuff, and it's all negativity towards Tommy, and I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused. I don't know how or why or whatever, but I thought, I say, even when you Google it, like September the 13th, you want to Google that, wow, anything and everything that's against Tommy Robinson comes up as a result. Yeah, it does. Couldn't make it up. I know. I don't get it. That's all I ever keep saying. I don't get it. I was saying it to the missus. I was like, you Google September the 13th, Tommy Robinson, straight away, we are standing for anti-racism. But then Tommy's not racist. So why are you going there to say we're anti-racist? Hello? It makes no sense. Like even this. Like you Google it. And it comes up. And it says, Tommy Robinson is organising a national demonstration in London on September the 13th, 2025. I mean, if you haven't heard about it, you're probably living under a rock. Which is expected to attract significant attention and counter-protests from anti-racist groups. You in 5 lines there, you literally said counter-protests from anti-racist groups, making out that because what, you're going on September the 13th, you are a racist? Who said that? I've not met one person that's like, could be classed as a racist because they agree and support Tommy Robinson. And Tommy Robinson himself is not a racist. You can't be there talking facts about certain people and then be called a racist and then have to come counter protests from anti-racist groups. They are the troublemakers. They are literally trying to cause trouble because they are calling Tommy and his followers something they're not, which is racist. I don't get it. The march is led by Tommy Robinson, who has been released from prison and is calling for what he described as the UK's biggest free speech festival. See, even in this Google reply, released from prison. Oh yeah, I've got to throw that in there. The event is scheduled for September the 13th, 2025 in London. Robinson is mobilising supporters from across the UK to attend the demonstration. And then we get to the context and the significance. And this basically, Tommy Robinson, March 13th of September details. That's all I searched for. I know, it's crazy. And they go absolutely mental over it. They're like, quick, throw all this, that, and everything else at you. And I'm like, what are you on about? I mean, you have to be pro Tommy Robinson if you're pro UK. Do you? Get in the comments and tell me. Please don't tell me I'm the only one I'm going nuts here. March comes amid rising far-right sentiments in the UK. What? Robinson's supporters aiming to capitalise on recent political developments. The event is seen as a response to the increasing visibility of far-right groups and their influence on mainstream politics. Now, I actually thought, let's look up what far-right means. A range of extreme political ideologies. I've got to learn to talk. Characterised by ultra-conservatism, authoritarianism, ultra-nationalism and nativism, a lot of isms. And as you can see at the bottom, social inequality, and promotes authoritarian, what is that? Authoritarian governance. That's nothing to do. Could it be any more the opposite of what Tommy and his fans stand for? Do you stand for any of that? No. So why are they saying you are far right, or I am far right? That is complete bull. Look, there it is. Oh, there it is for you to see. Look, the term far right. I'm not making it up. I thought, yeah, I better show you just so you can see what I'm seeing. I'm not making it up. This is what they are describing you as a Tommy Robinson fan or supporter as. Extreme political ideologies. I've never met anyone who supports Tommy and says, oh, I'm up for a bit of social inequality and authoritarian governance. That is the opposite. That is Keir Starmer and the Labour Party. They're doing everything which is just wrong and against the people. I mean, you can tweet and get banged up for it. Authoritarian governance, boom, there it is. Free speech out the window. Oh, how dare you. So what are they on about? So do you like being called far right? When you're not even far right, you actually just support Tommy? That's exact. Is that G-Ween troll or green troll? So tell me, unite the nation. Exactly. Unite the nation. Yeah, we're just so far right. Yeah. I mean, I don't get it. I do not get it. Protecting your women and kids and culture is not far right. Were our grandparents far right for protecting us from the Nazis? Or were? Exactly. So, good. It's not just me then. We're all on the same page. Because they are trying to paint you and Tommy with a certain brush that is completely wrong. Why are they doing that? I don't get it. I said the event is seen as a response to the increasing visibility of far-right groups, and their influence on mainstream politics, which you're not. You are not far-right. Anti-racist organisations, which I'll get onto. I've got a page for that. You want to see what they're saying? I mean, oh my word. Anti-racist organisations, including Stand Up to Racism, are organising counter-demonstration to oppose Robinson's March. Robinson's March, you would find, if you asked every single one of them, they'd all say, we are all anti-racist. They're not racist. Because you stand up to something like Islam, what, you're racist now? Because Tommy talks about Islam and, like, even I know Sahih al-Bukhari 5134. Aisha narrates it herself that the Prophet Muhammad married me when I was 6 and consummated the marriage with me when I was 9. What? Because you know that and read it out, am I racist? How can you have counter protests that are going to turn up including stand up to racism, to stand up to racism when there is no racism going on. Tommy is not racist. Tommy's supporters are not racist. A lot of them are Christian people, good, honest Christian people. About 99.9% of them. They might not, be full in whatever, but I think every British person who grew up before the 90s is on our side. I expect so. I mean, I was born in 76, so I'm only 376 now. Getting on a bit, you know what I mean? But it's absolutely crazy. Google Labour Tour and see why Labour might not want an inquiry into the abuse of our kids. A lot of them are kids. Yeah, I bet they are and all. That's what I mean. See, what goes on that's really bad, you hear nothing about. And those that are trying to do good are made out to be bad. I like your name, Mr. Sneed. My only issue with people like Tommy and Charlie Kirk are that they put Israel and the Jewish ethnic beliefs above America and England. I wouldn't say they put their beliefs above America and England. No. No, I think where like Israel's in the news so much, obviously, and all this propaganda coming from the Hamas side of things, lying about stuff, and then people believing it, and mainstream media going with it. But I wouldn't put their Jewish ethnic beliefs above America and England. I mean, if they are say Christian, they literally use the New Testament. Jews look at the Old Testament. So, do you know what I mean? They're like. So I mean, you can have your opinion, Mr. Sneed. I'm not saying whatever. If that's what you think, that's what you think. But I mean, I don't think that. I think that a lot of it is something from the media that's been pushing sort of the wrong narrative. So ask anyone on the left to show you a bit of Tommy saying anything racist, challenge them, they cannot. Exactly, that's my point. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen anything racist from him, ever. Joe said he should give Israel more, we give them so much. Yeah, because they need it to stop the Islamic terrorism. I mean, it's literally written in the Quran that the day will come for all the Muslims once they have killed all the Jews. And in certain passages, it says, once you've killed all the Jews, and then the Christians. It says in their text, kill the Saturday people, then the Sunday people. Kill the Jews, then the Christians. So we don't want them to kill the Jews, and then we don't want them to kill the Christians. But we have Jewish fatigue in America. I don't live in America. Obviously I can't say for America and that, but I don't know. I mean, I'm a born and bred Christian, so I mean, I have no issue with the Jews. They don't do any harm, do they? I mean, they've done more good, like inventing things and all that. Hey, you always right. What Tommy Robinson is not his real name. Google it, people. Yeah, we know. Stephen Yaxley-Lennon. You are effing up. How am I doing that? I've literally got a thing on the screen that actually says, literally, look. Which one was it? There. This is another one I was going to go on about. It starts off by saying Fascist Tommy Robinson, aka Stephen Yaxley-Lennon, has been released from prison. He is calling for the UK's biggest free speech festival on 13th of September in London. The reality is Robinson wants to bring his far-right thug supporters onto the streets to spread racist division and Islamophobia. Could that be any more rubbish if they tried? I mean, you get some results when you do some Google, but I mean, it's absolutely crazy. There it is for all to see. My apologies, I forgot to click on the button there. It literally starts off, the first word, fascist. Why? Why can't I just say Tommy Robinson, aka Stephen Yaxley-Lennon? And there's nothing wrong with having a persona. I mean, like me, the wizard. I don't want to give everyone my name. People probably don't even care. Which is not. So, do you know what I mean? Just call me the Wiz. Happy days. But Tommy Robinson, like fascist Tommy Robinson straight in there, and then the reality is Robinson wants to bring his far-right thug supporters onto the streets to spread racist division and Islamophobia. What did I just say? Because I know Sahir al-Bukhari 5134 and the Prophet apparently married a 6-year-old and consummated the marriage when she was 9. Because I know that Islamophobia, mate. Islamophobia, like phobia, it doesn't exist. That's like having a fear, an irrational fear. No, everyone who has a fear of Islam has it for a reason, because they understand it is not the religion of peace. 9/11, 7/7. We see all I mean, there's been over 66,000 terrorist attacks. I think it's from the 70s up to the 2024. 66,000. And that has killed over 250,000 innocent people. And then you're telling me now, because Hamas attacked Israel, we're supposed to now side with Hamas and a place called Palestine that doesn't exist because it's Judea and Samaria, and it is the land of the Jews as given to them by God in the Bible. It's just, there's one big, I don't get it. What are they getting at? The racist division? No. Tommy's supporters are not racist. So how is there a racist division? Being wise about Islam does not make you racist. Islamophobia, because you know about Islam. Makes no sense. It actually makes no sense. Well, we have had every religion here. The only one that cause a problem is Islam. Exactly. And then because you talk up about it, like Tommy has for like years and years, a lot longer than me, but I don't, how can you say it's racist or Islamophobia to have knowledge about something? I mean, I watched your Apostate Prophet, Dr. David Wood on Apologetics Roadshow, Inspiring Philosophy, IP, and all that lot, God Logic, whatever. They know so much more than what I do. But can you class them as being racist or Islamophobes? Because they are completely and well and truly aware of Islam to the point where they can prove it's fake. Do you know what I mean? It makes no sense. Is that supposed to say Robinson? But no, he's not. He's a Christian. They don't exist. Islam and Jews both worship. Oh, no, they don't. Jesus wants us to replace by massive great extremists. So to force our senators to import more. Conspiracy theories come to mind, but Islam is satanic, basically. The Jews, no, they're more look at Moses rather than Jesus. So, but yeah, October exactly. But what people, I'll tell you this: October the 7th. Not only did the Palestinians cheer on October the 7th at Hamas's yet a new attempt to try and genocide the Jews, as written in the Quran. Over 3,000 Palestinians followed Hamas into Israel, doing their atrocities. Took his broom. Welcome. I've not seen you before. Oh, he's got his flag. Look, St. George's flag. Very nice. Keep fighting, Paige. Exactly. And these point more than ever, because even when on Google results, look, you're getting called fascist and you're getting called racist and Islamophobes. I mean, what's going on? What is going on? Absolutely mental. So how many Islamists have been killed in the UK? Probably zero. It's everyone else that's being killed. They're actually doing the killing, basically. So USS Liberty. Not sure what you mean by that. I'm not that educated on Navy boats. Some of your views have obviously not listened to or watched Tommy. No. Or they've watched it and like switched their brains off and their ears, because there's no way ever that I would class Tommy Robinson as a racist. Never. He talks with evidence, so he's not making stuff up. He's not just turning around and saying, "Oh, I don't like Islam." End of. He's like, "I repel Islam because I know this." Tommy's read the Quran, so he knows what he's talking about. So even the fans, they you know that they know enough to like stand up for the UK, but they're not racist about it. I mean, I've never understood that. I mean, like, oh, the colour of your skin. I really don't care. Are you a good person? Yes. Are you running around with bombs strapped to you, shouting Allah Akbar, blowing yourself up? No. Well, we're friends then. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Tommy Robinson is a Jew and takes Zionist money big time. That is a fact. Well, where's the evidence? G. Galloway, Blue Len, aka runs up as a fake POS. No, a lot of that is all what do you call it? Conspiracy theories, as usual, trying to sort of put him in a bad light, like this bit here, saying like he's a fascist. I don't get why they have things like that. Makes me laugh. It really does. But yeah. But where was I? Anti-racist organised, including Stand Up to Racism. I've got a bit on them. Are organised counter demonstration to oppose Robinson's march. They aim to mobilise large numbers of participants to challenge the far-right narrative and prevent the spread of racist ideologies. That's what I'm talking about. Like that far-right narrative. No. Racist ideology. They're not racist. Tommy and his fans are not racist. It's crazy. You have an answer? Well, I obviously know more than you. What do you want to know about Islam? About Muhammad having a mental illness and being in a cave and saying, "Oh, I'm visited by Satan," but then his wife and that his sister turn around and go, "Oh, no, actually, you're a prophet." Oh, right, then, okay, yeah. Or do you want to talk about the bit where the Prophet Muhammad married a 6-year-old and forced her against her will, RAPE, a 9-year-old, because you can't consent at that age? The fact that he used to have to scrape semen from his clothes before prayer. Muhammad was a warlord. He was homosexual. Obviously, slave owner. PDF. What is it about Islam then that you know that I don't understand? Because it's all stolen and made up. Stole that from the Bible and that. It's just like they even what's the other thing? The Injil. What's the Injil? Oh, that's the book Jesus had with him, sent to him by God. That never happened. Oh, so the Quran got that wrong. Exactly. That one mistake in itself proves Islam false. Because apparently the Quran, there's nothing wrong with that. It even says like semen comes from between the ribs. The eyes are the leather strap of the anus. I mean, blimey, there is absolutely nothing at all genuine that you can say is Islam because it's all stolen and pagan. It's terrible. It's and in order to read the Quran, to understand it, you need to hadiths to understand it. Have you ever read a book where you think to yourself, now I've got to read a different book to understand that book? No. Exactly. So it's not the word of God, is it? Because God would have wrote it in a way that you actually understand it. So, Charles, you're so far wrong. It's ridiculous. I'm sure our kids being RAP by illegal is causing the division. Yep, it's always going to have a massive division, but what can you do? You know, you're going to stand up for your kids, aren't you? And your wives, your daughters, nieces. I mean, the problem is somewhere like, say, like Pakistan, the incest rate is 6,000% higher. And that's why even when you'll see in Israel, you know, the starvation, the famine that's not going on, the woman holding a baby that looks like all skin and bone, and she's fat as you like, and the baby looks skinny. Why is that? Why is that picture being taken in Palestine, because that baby was actually born through incest and has a genetic disease. Hence, your mum can be fat and the baby can be looking like it's starving, but it's actually got a genetic disease. And that's been proven on things like Sahar TV and Israel Advocacy Movement, etc. If you watch their videos. So they're trying to make out that there's some starvation, everyone's starving, and the mother's huge. You got a beast mother. You're like, well, you're not starving. Oh, but my baby is. No, your baby was born through incest. Like I say, Pakistan, 6,000% higher. The incest rate. You're telling me there's no genetic diseases going around? Of course there is. It's absolutely crazy. I was born in 1955 and you are full of it. Oh, basically, yeah, if that's what you want to say, mate. But if the truth hurts, the truth hurts. You're obviously pro-Palestine and do anything and everything to lie against people like Tommy Robinson and his supporters. So you obviously don't listen to truth and facts, which is all I talk about. I mean, unless I say my opinion or my view is, I will try to keep it as factual as possible, especially talking about things like Islam. Yes, people get upset because I'm fully aware that the Prophet is a PDF, but it's tough. But people like Tommy Robinson have been exposing Islam and the grooming gangs. Do you know the #1 search on PORN in Pakistan is horse? SCX. That's all you need to know, isn't it? It's not even a state. I assume we're talking about Palestine because it doesn't exist. Judea and Samaria. Correct. It should not even have a flag. Nope. And if you look at the countries around, you can see where they stole the flag from. I mean, 70 years of history for Palestine, 3,000 years of history for the Jews. Just saying. But we're not allowed to say anything about that. Oh no, but there was Palestine. No, it wasn't. It was a British mandate of Palestine. And when they were football teams and that, it actually said on their T-shirt, like, Land of Israel, Jews. So this is a joke of the day watching this. Charlie Kirk is a very brainy man. Yeah, anyone who's not seen Charlie Kirk, if you like facts and truth and listen to someone who's seriously intelligent, go and watch Charlie Kirk. I watched a lot of his stuff. How many of these have read the book? Yeah, I mean, I've got the New Testament right there. You can see it right there next to the Indigo Children. And I have read quite a bit of the Quran, but I've read it online, but I've got an actual proper Quran coming. Ordered that, got that coming, so I can actually go through that myself. Yeah, you got to read. Yeah. I'm a clown. No, I'm not a wizard. What does Yo New York City in the house mean? Like, don't tarnish New York City with your weird ideology because you haven't got a clue. Yeah, 7th century. Yeah, it's barbaric. I mean, can you imagine, like, all these people give it all that, but then if they ended up, especially New York or, well, say America and England, all of a sudden becomes a Sharia law. Imagine, like, you have an affair, you get stoned to death. If a woman is a victim of RAPE without 4 witnesses, it never happened. So you've got to keep your mouth shut, because if you say something and you haven't got 4 witnesses, you basically admitted that you slept with someone and you're not married, so they're stoning you to death as a victim. You get caught stealing, chop your hand off. Yeah, it's crazy. And what's for Islam isn't the UK is supporting the RAPE of women and children. Yeah, basically that's what they're supporting. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, it's because they've never in their life learned anything about their East. They've not learned about Islam, and they certainly haven't bothered looking up anything about Tommy Robinson, watched any of his interviews, listened to the man talk. So it really, I mean, yep, without lies, Islam dies. Yep, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. One thing let me have a look, see if I bring something. I'll show you what if I search it right, everything. I'll show you something. You might like this, but there's my on the left, as you can see, at thewizardswords.com. I've actually got an Islam T-shirt that I designed. Islam, ISLAM. I steal, lie, and murder. There we go. Available now at thewizardswords.com. It's cool, don't you think? There you go. How about that? Bargain. For all those that say about Islam, I understand. I know where it's from. But yeah, I mean, let me, where were we? Was I on this one? Because it really bugs me how they actually put the far right thugs, racist division and Islamophobia. That's when I saw that, I was straight on it. I don't know what LMBO means. Raise the flag, yeah. Tommy is well, we know that. It's on the screen. Look, it says there. Tommy Robinson, aka Stephen Yaxley-Lennon. What is? It's because Tommy uses a different name. Oh no, that's it. That means everything that's said about Tommy must be true. Oh, he must be a racist because he knows like about Islam and whatever. We need more people like Tommy Robinson. I don't know why. Like I'm on here on YouTube as the Wizard. That is not my real name, is it? So we are allowed to have pseudonyms. If you don't know what pseudonym means, you have to look it up. And we just we had in the threats. Yeah, exactly that. I mean, how many Jewish people have you heard say like, "Oh, you do that, I kill you"? Oh, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. We agree. Green troll. Is it green troll? Is that how you're supposed to pronounce it? Green troll or Green troll? Trying to be like, I don't know, funky. Green. Well, so Tommy has put together up. It's taken him years of putting himself up. Yeah, I mean, he's done it for years. I mean, you've seen this photo. Look, there's a video where he's in Oxford about 10 years ago as well. He's doing what he says. But this is crazy, absolutely crazy. But they're trying to make out, obviously, he's this, that, and everything else. And even look, for those people, look, racism is a belief that people or some races are inferior to others and their behaviour which is a result of this belief. Racism is also refers to the aspects of a society which prevent people of some racial groups from having the same privileges and opportunities as people from other races. How on earth does that define Tommy Robinson or his supporters? It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. If you agree with that and what I just said, don't forget to like and subscribe. But what? How can you say Tommy is racist? How can you say far right, racist, Islamophobe, fascist, and not one of those words actually refers to Tommy or his supporters at all? Never has and never will. Tommy takes whose money is Labour and Antifa take it. Yeah, exactly. Also have the same signs. Yep. There's more true Brits than Antifa. Yep, definitely. Some people won't listen. No, they won't. I mean, they're so in whatever. Do you know what I mean? There's no talking to some people because they're just like, no, it's this, and what they don't understand is like Palestine like doesn't exist. So the Palestinians people, there's no such thing as Palestinian DNA. It'd be Judea and Samaria and all the other places around there. So they would sooner protect those that. Yeah, they would. That abuse them. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do. They do. I won't read that out, but yes. End of the day, the illegals have no right to be here, and the British people should not have to pay for those above the Brits that are homeless. Exactly. You're talking nearly £9 million a day in hotel fees. Don't forget, they're getting between £10 and £50 a week. They get up to 50% off stuff. They need clothes. Taxpayers are paying for that, but they're illegal. They are illegal. Literally, they should be rounded up. They're in a field in tents because they're illegal. You're not going out of your way. I mean, it seems strange that in France they're allowed to be in tents, but when they come over here, you're like, no, we got to put them up in hotels, otherwise we'll get triggered. All human rights. Well, to be fair, you have no human rights when you walk into a country without a passport or any visa or anything. You're an illegal immigrant. You're breaking the law. You are a criminal. You should get put in a tent and then literally either put on a boat or an airplane and you go back. You come from France, you go back to France. Then France will be like, right, you're in France, you came through, I don't know, wherever, Germany. Okay, right, you go back to Germany. And then do that and they get put all the way back. And then at some point they're going to realise there's literally no point. Can't wait. Just booked my hotel for me and my son. Oh, Michael Edwards is going. Oh, good for you, sir. Good for you. It's going to be a good day. It will be a good day. So left hate the truth being exposed. Oh, of course they do. Yeah. Yes, it was. Believe it or not, Judaism, the Jews, that was so long before any other religion. Even like obviously that's the Old Testament basically. I mean, blimey, so that's obviously before the New Testament, i.e. Christianity as well. So get your facts right. Palestine, teetered by Roman, 6th AD, Jews were there long before. Oh, I can't make head nor tail what you're getting. Get your facts straight. Palestine. There's no Palestine in 67 AD. That's ridiculous. Because don't forget, it was the Ottoman Empire. British mandated Palestine. And all that time, obviously, you had Judea, Samaria, which is now the West Bank. But basically, all you need to know, right, is when they do building work around Judea, Samaria, or anywhere, Israel and that, they dig up what you call artifacts that prove that the Jews have been there thousands of years. Now, if you go to Mecca or Medina, they've done a lot of construction there. Guess one thing they've not found ever while doing construction? An artifact to do with Islam. Not one. The left will be 1000% outnumbered in London. Love for all the patriots. CB! Yep, hopefully, yeah. I'll show you. I've got other stuff to show you, actually. You can see the fascist meaning. Look, we got to put up with stuff like this on the internet. March against Tommy Robinson. I mean, what? Maybe they should watch the RIP of Britain and listen to the... Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you? Right, so far... Green Troll. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Green Troll. Oh, it's Green Troll. Cool, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see the picture. The Wiz is wearing specs, but he's not very observant. But national demonstration march against Tommy Robinson. What on earth? Look at this. Join us, along with other trade unions and campaign groups, for a powerful show of unity against the far right. Tommy Robinson and his fans are not far right. How many more times? Tommy Robinson announces plans to mobilise in London. We are coming together to say no to racism, Islamophobia and fascism. So what? They're literally going to join Tommy Robinson and their fans, because then they all stand for the same thing. Because Tommy Robinson and his fans, like I keep saying, they're not racist, they're not Islamophobes, and they're not fascist. And I even showed, didn't I, the fascism meaning. I mean, what are they doing? This march is organised by Stand Up to Racism, but there's no racism. Wow. I mean, oh. It's crazy. Well, those are the so we see how many turn up on September the 13th. There are many, many more Brits waking up to September. I think it is just a beginning, Green Troll. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah, there probably are. So, you going on the 13th? Me? No, I can't. I'm afraid, on health grounds this time. I decided upon myself to have a heart attack and die for over 3 minutes. Cardiac arrest, everything, in hospital. So I've had 4 stents fitted. So yeah, so on the health grounds, I'm not to go. So I can never play in goal again as a goalkeeper. Oh well. Safe hands, mate, safe hands. But just like all three religions. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Maybe one day you'll look at Christianity for what it is and have some faith. But, you know, if you're an atheist, you're an atheist. As long as you're a good person. I mean, you, in this day and age of being an adult, like whether you wish to be seen as a Christian or a Jew, or even Sikh, Buddhism, maybe, whatever. Anything other than Islam, because that's a death cult, it's not a religion. But you'll find as you get older, I mean, I didn't look too much into it, but once, you know, when you've been dead for 3 minutes, I don't know where I went or what I was doing, but I remember what I sort of saw in that, but it's in your head, innit? I know that, but yeah, you got to understand that there's always something bigger than yourself, maybe. So maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know, do I? It's all about faith, and you can believe what you'd like. Creed of iron, of course you can, but as long as you're a good person, that's all that matters. And you look after your loved ones. That's it. Tommy claims to represent the British people and him with an Irish parent. Does he have an Irish passport? His money received from the lobby. I'm in England and being treated okay. His money received from the lobby and IDF visits. Are you going to make out that he's paid by the Israelis or something again? It's crazy. Yes, I'm Irish. Oh, happy days. Does it matter what passport you have? Many people have have no passport. Yep, and the illegal immigrants are the problem. They got no passports. Yeah, fascist. Yeah, and you can actually look up. You actually search for it and say Tommy Robinson, September the 13th. I wanted some details, so I put details, and it came up fascist Tommy Robinson. Absolutely crazy. I don't know if you saw it. I did have it up on screen. I hope you saw it. If you didn't, let me know when I get to your comments and that. I'll bring it back up just to prove it. I've got all the windows still there. But this is what it's up against. You got idiots like this bloomin' stand up to racism when there is no racism. And it's a stand for justice, equality and solidarity in the face of hate. There is no hate with Tommy Robinson and his supporters. There is no hate. All anti-racist and trade unionists are welcome. Tommy Robinson and his supporters are all anti-racist. Let's make our voices heard to stop the far right and prevent them spreading their message of division. There is no division. They're bringing the whole of the UK together. That's the whole purpose of Tommy doing what he's doing. He's bringing the UK together and the people. I've seen Tommy Robinson talking to one of his friends who's Sikh. And you can tell me, oh no, he's racist. I've never heard Tommy be racist. I've never seen him post anything racist. So PCS is encouraging members to inquire with their local trade council or stand up to racism branches for local transport to and from the event. Trade unions will march together in a trade union block on the demonstration. Yep, you go in there, you're going to cause the trouble. That's the problem. Bring your union banners, delegations and placards. Yeah, so we can know who the idiots are who are there actually to say we're here for anti-racism when there's no racism. You're there to say, oh, Islamophobia, which doesn't even exist, but there isn't any there that day, but you're there against it. It says that this is a together visibly as an organised voice of working people against racism and fascism. Again, they put it there again. They're not racist and they're not fascist. What a horrible word. But what is up with these people? And this is actually from, what is it? www.pcs.org.uk. Absolutely crazy. National demonstration march against Tommy Robinson. I mean, Public and Commercial Services Union. Well, you're retarded. You're absolutely stupid. And then to make it worse, look at this. Oppose Tommy Robinson. It's crazy. It's not Tommy Antifa march. It's against the British people who should stop paying union dues. Yeah, they're pathetic. Matt. Last I looked, Nazis were National Socialists, which all by definition were far left. Then you have that anti-fascist using fascist tactics. They can't even get the definitions correct. No, I actually brought up the definitions of racism and fascism because like it bugs me. You can't start going around throwing labels around that. I don't know. They're actually causing the division with that, aren't they? So yeah, they are. They're thick. Royals were 90 years ago, and the Irish Party. Yeah, there's German in the royal family, isn't it? But even the royal family, like the Queen and her husband, they were related twice over, I believe. Or was it three times over? Something like that. Snail racing, good for your heart, wizard, not too stressful. That's how I walk. I got a thing going on with my left leg. Another reason, like I can't actually walk that far. I'm doing exercises, obviously, get my health back. But I sit on my arse and read. I read the New Testament and about the Indigo children. Fascinating. But yeah, bet you didn't see the 72 virgins. No, but they never said that those 72 virgins would all be women. Well, they're men. Ah, do you know what I mean? But no, it was weird though. It's like I was sitting next to myself. It's really weird. The countries are all divided. Working class, middle class are suffering daily. They need to document arrivals or out. Yep, and what Tommy's doing is trying to bring it all together. I mean, to then say he's racist, fascist, Islamophobic, and all that, that's what bugs me, because you can blatantly see that's the opposite of what he represents. So many rumours by the left. Yes, basically, Tommy should sue half of. Yeah, you could, couldn't you? You could actually sue. Pink Ladies rock. Oh, Pink Ladies that's that. Oh no, that's not. Was it? Is that Grease Lightning? How many of you lefties willing to take an illegal into your house? Yeah, exactly. Zero. Someone got asked that on the news. Said, do you want to take one in? They're like, no. And pay for them. Yeah, pay for all of it. Yeah. You can have my share of illegals. Yeah, saves on tax money. Those who want them can pay for them. Working class support racism in the last two wars. Also, we stopped slavery. Yep, exactly. I mean, we're going in the right way, and then we've got all this weird. They should all stand together and work to oust the government and the poo policies. Yeah, definitely. Lots of the Irish fought in the First World War. Yeah, everyone did. I mean, we fight for that, and we stopped the Germans coming over and kept them all out of the Solent, and now we can't even just stop a rubber dinghy. Crazy. Don't get it. But lefties are delusional lunatics. Yes, that is a very, very good. I like that. I'll read that bit on the screen in a minute, but this is another bit about the stand-up thing, like opposing Tommy Robinson. Why is anyone anywhere opposing Tommy Robinson bringing the country together? I don't get it. The virgins are pigs. They probably could be, but then it's supposed to be like a religion of peace and that. And even in that, if you read it, then who are the virgins? Because when a woman dies, she goes to heaven. She wouldn't be there waiting to be a slave to someone who's died and gets a virgin. It makes no sense. Julia Taylor agreed. I do not know what you're agreeing about, Julia, but thank you for commenting and thank you for joining us. You're a new name that I've not seen before. Same as Pan Kipro. These names try and make me test my reading skills. But as long as we agree, Julia, happy days. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But yes. I'm reporting this channel for breaching terms of service and for misinformation and false accusations. Whee! Why is that then? That'd be interesting to see. Terms of service and for misinformation and false accusations. Every single thing I said is true. So if you want to actually reply and tell me the bit where breaching terms of service, tell me how. Misinformation, tell me which, because obviously everything I said you can see on screen as well. And false accusations, haven't made any false accusations. Including your being a bit of a melon. Epping ladies. Oh, yes. Yeah. They're still kicking off there. There's been some arrests, apparently. So, reform. Paul Welsh, reform. Yeah, you got reform or advance, but I assume reform's going to do the honours, actually. The Epping Forest ladies wore pink. Oh, good for them. God, I like a better pink. Shouldn't really mock other religions there, each to their own. Not mocking, we're saying like Islam is evil. It's a death cult. The Prophet was a warlord. He was a PDF. He had slaves. There's nothing I'm saying that isn't true. So we have no problem with the Irish. I like the Irish. I think they're good. I always, whenever there's rugby, as long as they're not playing each other, I'm always sat there. I'll watch and I'll support Wales, and then I'll support Ireland, and then Scotland, and then England, and then when they play each other, obviously I'm England, but you know. So, but I love the Irish, especially the old the Guinness, because they support the abuse of children. Yeah. How about Europeans leave America, Canada, Australia, Mexico? Nobody invited them either. There's a difference between legal and illegal. What false accusation? Please show us anything that's false. Yep, exactly. Advance. Yeah, I saw Tommy Robinson done a video on Advance. I did watch it, and that he's going that way, but I think that's obviously because of the Farage thing, wasn't it? It went a bit Pete Tong with him saying what he said about Tommy and turning on him and whatnot. Look, some 20,000 anti-racists marched against Robson last year, and he wasn't even being racist. So, oh my word, it's terrible. It turn up. Well, we're here. We're fighting racism. Right? Who's being racist? No one. What? Look, what's the first word on this report? The first word. Fascist. Tommy Robinson is planning a carnival reaction on the streets of London on September the 13th. Straight away in with fascist. The former organiser for the English Defence League, they got to get that in as well, has invited Donald Trump's former advisor Steve Bannon to what he calls a free speech festival. Anti-woke activist Jordan Peterson and racist Katie Hopkins are also invited. Well, I'd like to say I am also anti-woke because that is seriously dangerous. Got to protect your kids. But racist Katie Hopkins, how is Katie Hopkins racist? Who writes these reports? This is socialistworker.co.uk. I mean, just for that alone there, could Katie sue? Because you're trying to say she's racist when she's not. Robinson was recently arrested, got to get that in, by police in connection with an assault at St Pancras train station. He wants to rally tens of thousands of his thugs. Wow. Well, first of all, like, anyone with a brain cell knew straight away it was going to come back as self-defence without a doubt. There's no way, being who he is, Tommy Robinson would go and just bang someone out for no reason. Not happening, never will, never did. And I even done a video saying, like, you know, there's a problem, like, you know, one punch can kill people. It's literally the last thing you can do, but I bet you it was self-defence. And it was. I actually said that in a video, it's self-defence. But this is disgraceful. So they put in that he's, like, was recently arrested because of the St Pancras train station, which is a preemptive strike, which you're completely allowed to do. As an ex-doorman, the preemptive strike and the right to self-defence is a very, very important thing, as long as it's proportionate to what you're facing. And the person that Tommy Robinson was facing was taller and wider than what he was. So for him to then use a preemptive punch or strike, not a problem. And then he wants to rally tens of thousands of his thugs. There you go, people. All of you watching this, you're thugs. What do you want to say about that? Have a sip of your coffee. You're a thug. You're done now. That's it. Wow. Like I said, socialistworker.co.uk wrote this. He uses his media following. Oh, sorry about that. Learn to read. I stopped a word short. He uses his media following to harass anti-racist activists and black and Asian people. Wow. Okay. I think Tommy could actually sue. His rally will embolden the far right to attack hotels, housing migrants and refugees. hotels housing migrants and refugees is a problem because they are illegal. And isn't it funny, right? Have you noticed how every single person coming over that's illegal is not only Islamic, it's a male of fighting age. So they literally, the whole plan is for Islam, they all come over illegally, they get in the country, and like a cancer, they can then destroy it from the inside out. But our own UK government can't see that. They're like, no, we can't send them back and that. They get triggered. Look. And then even the UK people get triggered, going, oh, no, human rights, they can stay. No, they can't. They're illegal. Put them in a tent and get them out. Gone. Boosh. End of. Why would I oppose a hero? I like that. Why is it racist to love my own country? Stop putting this stupid word racist on us. Let us love our own country. Well, Kim, you get comment of the day. Is that such a thing? Like, that's exactly my point. I mean, that's what I've been trying to say. But you put it very elegantly. It's like they're obviously using the word fascism or fascist as well. But, you know, they're literally sort of, they want you to be, what? Ashamed of your country. I mean, I did see they're trying to put all the bloomin' onus on Winston Churchill to say he's this, that, and everything else, and you're like, oh my god, there's just no end to it. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. But Robinson will say he represents ordinary working class people. This is a lie, and trade unions are starting to get organised against him. How is it a lie? He's done nothing but stand with the working class. I don't. Who writes this and who actually gets away with the lies? This is sort of like, I bet they're all like Islam supporters, because in Islam it says moments of war and all this and that. Taqiyya, lie, just lie. You're allowed to lie. Religious texts, satanic texts say lie. Put the bacon on the halal meat shelves for all I care. If that makes me Islamophobic, so be it. Or having the thought is Islamophobic. Problem being, we have no Fourth Amendment in Ireland or over here. You get jailed for all sorts of poo. New made up laws. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? It's just terrible. I mean, yeah, like Lucy Connolly being arrested, I was floored by that. I like bacon. Oh, be careful, Islamophobe. I don't actually like it. I like sausages and burgers. I don't actually like bacon. Me bad, sorry. How can I call myself British? Flip-flop for ours, flip-flop so often he's created a policy to call him flip-flop for ours. Yeah, he has. He's done a lot of flip-flopping. Jim Smith was going on one like super like back in the day and talking about something that actually has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Strange. But you've got to find somewhere to like in order to attack. So you've got to go back and say, oh yeah, but the Europeans went to America. We're not talking about that. Not talking about that at all. Marcus Nigel won't deport all the illegals. No, it come up with something. Slavery is legal. No one said that. But some Islamic countries, you still have slavery today. Slavery today. Remember that. Christians, obviously, in England were the first to get rid. Yeah, kids come before Islam. He was attacked by a lefty and watched the protest, and too so ugly they have to cover their faces. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they actually have to cover their faces, and that's one thing that Tommy said. I did do a short. It got over 20,000 views. Absolutely crazy. Never had a video be that popular. Well, I did, but I got done for copyright at 57,000 views on my alien video. Couldn't believe it. I used one bit of footage and damn, they took it down. 57,000 views, gutted. But yeah, covering their faces. But like Tommy has said, and I say in the video, no masks, no alcohol, no violence. Happy days. Then it'd be a good day. The Douglas of Murray. I like that. Oh, I like Douglas Murray. I'm British, mixed background, Christian mum, Muslim dad, and I say no to illegal immigration. Exactly. We stand with Tommy and Ben. Politicians took the pee for too long. Now it's time to pay the piper. Exactly. Exactly. So, if you have a Christian mum and a Muslim dad, which faith, if any, the Douglas of Murray, did you take, or are you an atheist? I'm not a tug, far from it. I'm a father. Luke, I am your father. I'm not a pug because I don't agree with you, just trying to understand how you think. All rights reserved. That's a good name, all rights reserved. I don't even understand how I think. But, oh, I'm not a pug, I'm a father. Is there something going on there that I missed? I don't know where he's coming from with that. So, what's the white European doing in Australia? Bit like, because Australia was used by Britain hundreds and hundreds of years ago as a prison, believe it or not. So yeah, so I don't know why. I think Jim Smith's been on a pipe with some dodgy stuff in it, and he's just going off on one. But he's talking about Australia, and we're here talking about London, September the 13th, Islam, the cult, the death cult. I've a physical birth defect. The lefties call me a Nazi. Watch me kick off on them. I'd have been put down at birth. Bloody hell. Saying that, if I was born in Islam, I was adopted, so I would have been probably shot in the head or something. Reparations paid for colonisation and subsequent events in many countries. Yeah, they should get rid of the idea of that, because you can go back. The first slave owner was black. Whites were slaves, blacks were slaves. It just all needs to be sort of looked at, understood. We're never going to go back there again, but that's it. You don't start paying. You can say, oh, sorry, but your great uncles was a slave. There's £10. I mean, it's just stupid. I don't get what the whole thing is about that. Again, let's see the evidence of any of the poo any of you lefties are saying. Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, show the proof for Tommy saying anything right. Exactly that. I mean, they haven't got it. So give the colonies back if you want Europe. Oh, God. Right. Let's ignore. Europe invaded 193 countries. See, like Turkey, Lebanon, that was all Christian countries. Oh no, the warlord Muhammad and the Islamic ideology has gone straight through the whole of the East, stealing the countries, genociding, ethnically cleansing. In Israel, you've got 2 million Muslims. Now go to a Muslim country that's Islamic rule, no Jews, or there'd be like 1% or less, because they get rid of them. They do not want Jews in their country. Whereas Israel has 2 million Muslims. So basically, the fact that, Europe does whatever, bit of civilization. Oh, native strong. I was about to say civilized 100. Yeah. Happy are unions not for workers? Yes, they are, but obviously these seem a bit weird. These lot. But we built things that said every tyrant in history doesn't make them right. But all the good countries are Christian. All the bad ones are Islam. They are not what any of those things. Yeah, we've got to put up with. I don't like pork, but bacon's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm like actually, but I don't like bacon either. But I've probably had a pork sausage or something in my time. But hit the built the autobahn. Does that excuse the Holocaust? Talk about go off on one. That's got bloody sod all to do with it. I haven't got a mod on to block you, which is a pain, because you just talk absolute crap. So yeah, it's a shame you cannot see the tyranny in yourselves, demanding how people think, feel, and react. So I've got to scroll past all Jim Smith's rubbish. The left don't realise that it's the left that fascism comes from. You have no argument. Yes, we have loads of arguments. All these civilised countries. It's sort of person that would actually vote for Sharia law in the UK, wouldn't you, Jim? It's like Jim, but not as you know it, not as you know it, not as you know it. You're thick, Jim. LOL, cognitive dissonance is real. We will see the true results on the 13th of September. Yes. A lot of illegal migrants are sick of illegals also. Does that make them fascist racist? Yeah. It's because I can't be asked. It's not being a wimp. It's like I can't be asked because we're talking about like September the 13th and all the lies with Tommy. You suddenly start talking about like colonisation here, there, and everywhere else. Everywhere's got a history. We know that. But somewhere like America actually is doing well as a country. Then you're not going to knock that for progress, are you? Or for in order for us humans to evolve. But I just realised that banner's been going along there. Let me stop that because that's annoying. But yeah, it's just. Where am I? Oh, past that bit. Past that bit. I've lost where I was now because I got rid of that thing. Oh yeah, there it is. A lot of yeah, I read that. The Douglas of Murray. That's such a cool name. More towards Christianity as I believe in women's rights. Oh, I see. Yes. That's surprised. I thought you might have gone more with your father's side actually there. You know, father and son and all that. But yeah, I like the way you put I believe in women's rights. But I assume you discussed that in a good way with your father, which is it must have some good conversations actually with your mum and your dad, like you know, Islam in one ear and then you got Christianity in the other, so to speak, and understand it because obviously you know I was born and well, obviously I was born. What a stupid thing to say. I was baptised and everything, and then I thought, you know, look at Christianity. But when I had my heart attack and died, I thought I need to look at religions full stop. So, you know, I looked at the Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and it did not take me long to look at Islam and think, nope, nope. I listened to Apostate Prophet and Dr. David Wood, Apologetics Roadshow. I follow them on YouTube. So, but yeah, I was like, is that a religion? The fact that I'm not a far right fuck, I'm a far, but yeah, that's what. Yes, I got that when I was reading it, but how did the Spanish expel the Moors? I have no idea. Remember this: if war comes, the left will demand you fight for the very same flag that you were so eager to tear down. The hypocrisy is almost an art form. Yeah, well said. Yeah, very true. Only one way to expel an invasion. Yep. So Islam didn't come close to the barbarity of the European. Yeah, it did. Islam literally genocided and ethnically cleansed the East. Islam will push you off the highest building or hang you from a crane till you're dead round the neck just for being gay. You beat women. Women aren't allowed to get educated. They're not allowed to go anywhere without their bloke. They've got to wear that horrible burqa thing. So, you know, a woman's got a face and hair, make her feel like a woman. No, 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 no. You got to hide all that. So, like, they're just pure evil. Go around killing slaves and sex slaves and all that. What Muhammad done. I mean, yeah, no one's got anything on Islam. Islam beheads non-believers who are being forced to have them here. Exactly. I mean, that's what they want to do. They want to get to about, as soon as they can hit 49, 50%, they demand that us as Christians in our own country pay them the jizya, or we become Muslims, or they kill us. So you either pay protection, jizya, or die, because you're not going to become Muslim. T-Rom supports Israel. I support Israel. Tim Smith, get out. You don't deserve to speak in our language. Wise of wisdom, well said. That's very funny. Wise of wisdom's on the ball. Grimwolf, stand up, Britain. That, yes, exactly. Especially when you look, like this is ridiculous, though, isn't it? I didn't even finish reading it. I was getting up on one. NEU Union General Secretary Daniel Kabidi, remember that? told socialist worker after the racist riots last year, they weren't racist, and the far right's vile protests outside migrant hotels this summer because they want to say, go home, we're protecting our wives and our daughters and our mothers and our sisters. We have seen how racism has been whipped up and normalised. It's not racist to want to protect females. I bet these are the sort of people that were like, yeah, if a man calls himself a woman, he can go into the women's toilets. I tell you, when me and the missus were out downtown, I used to stand literally right on the door of the women's toilets listening. Because as soon as my missus made a noise in any shape or form that was like, because there's a bloke in there, I was just going to run in and bosh, get out, leave my missus alone. I'm not having my wife going in the toilet when there could be a man in there. Yeah, I used to just stand right on the door. I was a bit bigger then as well, obviously. That was before heart attack. Every anti-racist must be on the streets on 13th of September. Well, they will be, supporting Tommy Robinson. And Tommy Robinson's an anti-racist, so that's a bit of luck. If we are serious about building a better world for our children, one based on equality, safety and solidarity, then we have to confront Tommy Robinson and the far right wherever they try to march. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot. He's literally like talks himself around in a circle. If you want one based on equality, safety and solidarity, you're basically going to turn around and say, but you're pro-Palestine and you support Islam in the UK. That's the opposite to equality, safety and solidarity. But no, we turn all this onto Tommy Robinson. Mark, a trade unionist from Liverpool who has opposed the far right locally, told socialist worker, we are at a very dangerous moment. Yeah, because you've got idiots opposing Tommy Robinson, who's trying to bring the UK together as a non-racist, non-fascist. But our protests demonstrate that they don't speak for the majority. They wanted to march through the most diverse part of Liverpool, but they weren't able to. Opposing them on the streets is a tradition of the Battle of Cable Street in 1936, and one of those who opposed fascists, Oswald Mosley, when he came to Liverpool. Don't know where it's going with that. It worked then and it can work again today. Let's do it again in London against Robinson. No, you got no chance. What we have demonstrated is the importance of stopping them further upstream. Break them nationally to stop them growing locally. What is this bloke on about? This is absolutely ridiculous. TSA Union General Secretary Miriam Eslamdoust. All trade unionists should stand firm in resisting this. Resisting what? Resisting what? Start with dealing with their protest. They don't have to respect what they don't fear. Tommy for Prime Minister. Well said, Anthony Smith. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it? English began the slavery abolishment. Yes, they did. Graham Moore, he's a professional on the Bill of Rights laws and needs more attention. Ooh. I can go on. You can, but I've got the microphone. Jim, you're not getting very many fans. You seem to be talking a lot of rubbish. No one cares what Jim says. Jim is lost and needs medical help. See him on the 13th. Make sure you stand out. I have a gift for you. If Islam's so great, why is the whole of Europe wanting them out? Yeah, and why is it that, you know, in the time of need like Palestine, not one country around wants to take in a Palestinian? Because last time they done that, like Jordan did, and guess what? Yes, Islamic terrorism went through the roof in their country because they let them in. So they were like, uh-oh. So they're not letting them in this time. I suggest those supporting Islam, read the book. Yep. You need to read the Quran. You're right there, Green Troll. Justin Connolly, you should all watch Silenced. It's a must in order to open one's eyes. Yes. I've actually seen about 3/4 of that. Why did I not watch the rest of it? I had a reason. But I had no reason not to go back and finish the rest. So you're right, yes. Silenced. Everybody go and watch that. Mr. Nom Nom Shalom. That's a quality name. I'm sick of the ill eels too, but I feel Israel is the root of the issue. No. How is Israel the root of an issue of illegals when they were attacked on October the 7th and now they're defending themselves? and then all we got is Hamas and Palestinian lies and propaganda. Because don't forget, as the Quran says, Islam will accuse everyone of doing what they are doing. Remember that. You heard it here first. Or unless you read the Quran, you would have known. Jim should do his homework on what happened to the left wingers in Iran, 1979. Yes, Iran. That's just. And Iran, over 40,000 mosques have closed. People are turning their backs on Islam in Iran. I suggest those supporting illegals watch the RAP of Britain, or at least read the victim statements. I support Israel too. Yep. I mean, Palestine was there. It could have been a really, they could have made that into a proper country, blah, blah, blah. But Hamas just took all the money, built loads of tunnels so they could hide under hospitals and everything during a war, which they started on October the 7th. And Hamas were told, like, your people are starving during this. You need to feed them. And they said, you feed them. They're not our problem. That's what Hamas think of Palestinians. Make sure you show Jimmy Boy. I look forward to meeting you now. We're going to have so much fun together. Some of wife as well. There is a connection between him and the illegals too. Yeah, he's letting them in. Oh, you're on glue. He's on something. That's what I mean. There must be smoking something. Islam, PDF, that, and abuse. Yeah, 100%. Just read the Bible. Read the Quran. You can see it. Why do the left need bussing in and are often the same people seen at BLM and pro-Palestine? Short Islam are not together. No, they actually had somewhere where they're all pro-Palestine, weren't they? And the Muslims go, we don't want you supporting us. And I've got a video up, a short, with where the bloke's actually saying about the gays and like homosexual. We don't want this. And he's saying it in a mosque on a mic. So like, we hate it, blah, 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 blah. The West sexualizes women. Women are sexy. You're being paid to be a useful idiot, Jim. Yeah, he's probably being paid, by the unelected rich and the West and Davos. But you're too educated to... Big up UK, says Jacob Rotter. I'm just worried about the Talmud that the small hats read. Well, it's a Torah. The Talmud is actually, I think that's the Talmud is the one with the thought process. That's not what they go by. Obviously, it's a Torah. The Talmud is like where they talk, or like they say, if we do this, and they say, oh no, we could do that, and then obviously they come to a decision. It's that type of book. So if you can misinterpret that, then which a lot of it is that Daniel Hikachu does on his YouTube channel when he attacks the Jews. But obviously he's been going for a lot of people lately. But yeah, they try and say, oh, the Talmud says this, but it's literally a thought book. The Torah is the Old Testament. When you pet the lion, he will come back roaring. Yep, he'll probably bite your arm and your head off as well. Those that support Islam supporting the raping of children. Yep. Jim Smith is back to D-Nut. That's funny. Jimmy won't get his welfare in time to afford to go. That's hilarious. Thank you for the mention. A sport racist comments calling everyone racist. Absolute joke. Colour isn't a race. Colour isn't a race. It isn't a race. Every person on the planet are the same race. The human race. So I'm reading that again, like as if I misread that. What's up in a moment, geese? Yeah, the left are like lambs to the slaughter. Oh, don't mention lambs. All I know the area is white. How do you not know this? You've got to try and get around the Jim Smith stuff. We need to defend our children, our country, our culture, our veterans and elderly. Yeah, what Grimwolf said. Bang on. Very well said. Jim, why are you still speaking my language if you don't like it? Chris Hughes, why do so many young men wear balaclavas and why do they always hang around near groups of girls but don't talk to them? SAD, because they're sad. Really sad. Operation Raise the Flag. How well is it going so far? Loads more towns have the flag now. Yeah, and here in Portsmouth, one of the Lib Dems, they turned around and they said, like we've got a white roundabout, someone sprayed the red to a cross, and they're saying they've got to paint over it because it's dangerous. Red paint on the floor is dangerous. But we've got a rainbow LGBT zebra crossing. They won't touch that. So wherever that is, someone needs to just go and paint over that. Because as a Christian, you can say that offends me. Blooming dangerous to put a bit of red paint on the floor. Imagine that. Islam and Muslim are not a race. Green Troll says that. Well, we're still going. Still going on with him. Don't care. He deserves to speak if you don't speak. Yep, that's it. It seems. Whatever you think of all major wars against a European country, what does that tell you? Nobody else was tough enough. Yes. People try to take the flags down here. The lads doubled the efforts and put twice as many up. Good for them. Happy days. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Anyway, where was I with this thing? We must invest in political education for our members so they fully understand the real threats posed by fascism. There is no fascism. And the way minorities are scapegoated in order to embed an intolerant ideology and strip away people's rights. Our movement has always been about solidarity, equality and justice, and we cannot allow those values to be eroded. They're not. They're actually being strengthened by Tommy Robinson and his supporters. A new Preet from Leeds. I have seen firsthand in Seacroft and Wakefield at weekly counter protest the level of aggression the far right have towards migrants. Wow. Their racist rhetoric is fueled by the likes of Reform UK and Robinson as they spread the false narrative that refugees are a threat. Understanding that the refugees have been committing crimes and sex crimes. Or Anu Preet from Leeds. You're obviously a little bit backwards and a bit of a retard. Stand up to racism national counter protest against Robinson on the 1st of December will be a crucial to showing the far right that their racist ideology is not the norm. They're not racist, you absolute melon. What is going on? What is going on? The working class movement needs to be there in force to show he doesn't represent us. What are they on? Our counter demonstration can break the far right's momentum. Two activists spoke to social work about the importance of anti-racist movement. They're not racist. See, you're actually going up there for something that it's not even there. Suwaba, are they making these names up? The far right says they are the silent majority, but we represent British society. It is so normalised to blame migrants and refugees. Well, it is when they are the problem. They're illegal. And they come with Islamic ideology and they have literally no respect for females, full stop. And they see that if they force themselves with an RAPE on a woman from the West, they see that as like a Medal of Honour. They're that Fruit Loopy. The far right talk about the NHS broken and migrants getting things for free. But migrants don't have a cushy life here. Asylum seekers get a tiny amount of money each week to live off and aren't allowed to work. But they do for Just Eat and everything, which I don't use none of them. The confidence of the far right has been growing slowly. We had a business. So basically, they're talking rubbish. And then Tommy Robinson and his supporters apparently are like, oh, okay, what? They literally make it up. I'm lost for words. But anyway, where was I? Where was I in the comments? You won't ever win. We are glad as we are mighty. Yeah. Jim's in the minority. Oh, Chris Hughes, some shop. I'm not going to put it on there because he put the thingy word there, the P word, but some Pakistani shop worker today let me walk out the shop with £2.50 item and he looked like he could be asked to deal with me. Was fine talking to two 17-year-old girls and selling them wine though. Yeah, see, their views of women isn't like us. Totally the opposite. And when you make us what you think, and when you make us that way, you think you can stop us. You're a run, run away. The left are violent. Just watch the vids. Jim didn't well for pay for some new glasses. Ones you're looking through are obviously frosted. Yep. And they all surrender like we don't. I mean, trying to find one that's what's this one? Oh, look for what's been a minority. This will deliver equality and political power for our brown-skinned brothers and sisters. You're looking for whites to be a minority? That's a bit strange. If you united, you couldn't beat a single European nation, let alone a united European one. Yes. False narrative is hilarious considering these migrants in every hotel across the country are being convicted of assaults and sex crimes. Yeah, I actually I had a video about the hotels. Apparently, like the Home Office actually had the hotel owners sign something saying that they would also accept criminals. They would actually accept criminals. So the Home Office know that. Thing is, though, you're illegal. You can just make your name up. You could be like a serial killer, a serial rapist, but then no one will know. You can just call yourself Peter Smith. Make it up as you go along. You could be 34. You say, "Oh, I'm 17." It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Tommy Roms is legendary. Yes. Jim, stop being racist to Europe. Yep. But no, we're the racists. GB says NT420. 420, is that a reference to a Mary Jane? I blame the 1% though, not the British people. Europeans have been taken advantage of, much like the 99%. Get all the PDF out and anyone who supports. Yep. Yeah, if you're pro-Palestine, you're pro-Islam, which means you're pro-Islamic terrorism, pro-Islamic ideology, pro-women oppression, pro-PDF profit. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But Jim seems to have an issue with Europeans, even though he's a European, so that's quite funny, so we'll ignore that. I've got some plugs I've worked on. I'll post them in the comments after your stream ends. Just subbed and liked. Cheers. Thank you, ElectroDoc960. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's have some flags so I can use them in my thumbnails. I'll just nick them, mate. You do all the work. I'll just take them. Laugh my bum off. Asylum seekers get to live in four-star hotel, meals provided, bills paid, transport paid, etc., etc. And the hell they need any money? Yeah, and apparently they get a mobile phone so they can be contacted. And I've read that they get like $9.95 up to $49.95 a week spending money. Yeah, I know. I'm lost for words. It's over for the left people are finally awake. Yep, they don't like it. Jim Smith. Yeah, he is he? You obviously I'm pro-Israel. So how is Tommy a Mossad asset? It's a shame like Tommy Ron can pop his head in and say, "Hello, oh come up for a chat, geese." Shut these people up. But I did put it on X. It's I wonder if Tommy would see it. Computer said no, especially after an hour and a half. But it was worth asking, wasn't it? The power of X. That I always post on that. It gets about 10 views. It's terrible. But I'm on X as the Wizard Words. if you're on X. As I said at the end, though, my account with the Wizard Words with an S on the end got taken down because I mentioned the thing about Islam and all that got obviously mass reported. Even though I had the religious text there, it said Hadith Sahih al Bukhari 5134. I was 6 and I was 9 when he consummated the marriage. So I actually had it all up there, all like legal, legally speaking. There's the evidence, and X stole my account. Disgraceful. Keep ignoring me, you know I'm right. We always have and always will win. Is that for Jim Smith? Yes. Yes, Jim, what is your ethnicity? If you want whites to be the minority, then pee off back to the country you came from. I don't know why I read it like that. Judging from the Smurf account and poo talk, I'll presume Middle Eastern. Yeah. Yeah, he's repeating about how many countries Europe invaded. He's obviously supported. He's gone with a name like Jin Smith, hasn't he? Because he's definitely a supporter of Islam and the paedophile prophet. He loves it all. He likes the idea of beating his woman so she's like green, but like it says in the Quran and the Hadiths, whites will never be in the minority in my city. We will never be conquered. Tower Hamlets in London is 30%, nearly 30% Muslim Islam. And see, they go out and vote. They vote for a Muslim MP, and that's how they do their thing now by infesting the politics. You said I went for Scotland with their. Yeah, that went a bit Pete Tong, didn't it? How many Euros have graped within 5 weeks? Oh, I dread to think. I haven't got the numbers on that, so. You haven't seen racism yet. There's no blooming racism. That's the thing, isn't it? They're like, how is Tommy and his supporters racist? If you support Tommy, you're racist. Who come up with that idea? That's exactly what I'd say to you, Jim. Facts don't care about your feelings. Those that support illegals should be the ones to house them. Yes. Migrants constantly approach school girls, yet the left say there are no threat to children. I know, it's crazy, yeah. You see reports about it all the time in, like, blimey. I mean, can you imagine, like, but that they feel, they're proud if they can scar a Western woman for life by forcing themselves on them, which is crazy. I'm not a European, thank God. So you're definitely a PDF Prophet supporter then. You like the fact that he married a 6-year-old when he was like 57 years old. Terrible. Islam is not a race, it's an ideology at odds with all other faiths. Yeah, it's a death cult. Should be banned. All mosques should be removed from every single country. So, yeah, this is a PDF, that's why. That. Bye. Hallelujah. Thank the Lord. You've done enough, guys. I should have gone in on my other thing. I don't know, like to actually block him and all that, but it gave us some fun, didn't it? A different perspective. So I mean, he's trying to like ram this, that, and everything else towards us, but you guys in the chat didn't take none of it. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you all, boys and girls, men and or ladies and men, ladies and gentlemen, I should say. I don't know. They might all be male, might all be female. Could be a mix. I don't know. Just digging a hole for myself there. But you are a sheep. Do your research. I assume that's going towards Jim. Free clothes. Yeah, they get free clothes. Yeah. You bunch of dirty. Oh, Michael Smith's got outside the bed the wrong side. Is that towards us? Oh well. Jim can't handle the truth. That's a film. No, I want to watch other streams, other live streams. This is boring. Oh, okay. Bye. I've gone through whatever. I'm just trying to catch up with the messages now. Happy days. Thing is, the stuff they get free is not free. Our this is went without winter fuel. Yes, trying talking in code there, Green Troll. Bit quick, but yeah, you're right. Look who funds his quarter bills. I don't go. There must be good people. So it's happy days. By the way, retards talking about plasticine. We're talking about England. If you worry about plasticine and pee off, yeah, basically. I see you when I see you. Yeah. At least he went. Here we come again. The beautiful European interventionist clan who never flees and stands his ground, whatever the task. Does anyone know anything about these school threats? Oh, school threats? And what about the people hanging outside? I've not seen anything. I saw one thing somewhere, and saying like someone saw, or did they film, or did they take a photo of about 3 or 4 illegal immigrants outside of school? Islam is a religion that calls for the conversion or death of every last non-believer before their God can restore paradise on earth. When we have their numbers, is the most important sermon in UK mosques. Yeah, it's a strange one. Like even Mohammed Hijab says, "We welcome death more than life." Like, what? Crazy. Meaning he likes to beat his goat with his camel. Oh, I'm trying to catch up with it. Blooming taking me ages. That's all they can beat. They know they can't beat us. They can beat themselves. If you know what I'm saying. Undermine the system. Let's hope from hell. Look like Jim appeased the crocodile, hoping it'll eat him last. Yeah, that's basically it. Why do you think Islamic countries were so desperate to get nukes? Yeah, it's funny that there's all these Islamic countries, but they come to the UK. There's already countries that have the Islam ideology. Oh no, we're going to the UK where it's not there yet. It's blooming obvious, isn't it? But like I say, the actual Islamic countries don't want them because they know they'll start blowing themselves up there and all. Let's face it, I wonder how many of them lefties are on the offenders list. Yeah, that makes you think, doesn't it? Cool. Crocodile won't take more than one step forward before we tape its mouth shut. Yep. They can barely fight their own daughters. What does that one say? Mohammed Zia Yusuf is a practicing moderate Muslim. If you think a moderate Muslim, okay, you're correct. Until the radical Muslims see a moderate in a position of power, then, yeah, well, it doesn't take long to change them. Why block them? Let them have their say. I think we all got called race and fascism a long time ago. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's what I was going to go enough. I'll just leave it because it's entertaining. Plus, the more comments that come up, the more my video gets shown to other people, maybe. Because in total, there's been 981 views so far, so that's quite a lot, geez. A lot more. I was expecting about 50. There's Jim back on it, and alter, yeah. It's not racism to support Tommy, but ask yourself this. We now live in a heavily censored mass surveillance state, so why are they allowing any kind of voices who are pushing back against globalism? Unless they are controlled. There's another little bit to it there. Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, we do. I mean, to even think that anything you do on your computer or internet is secret or private is nope. It's a false safety net, in it? So false way of thinking. Everything's out there. So um, yeah, I think they allow certain things, and I think all these idiots that are doing like they want to go against Tommy, they get funded by certain people, like some Islamic State. Moderate Muslims are simply non-combatant, enabling 99% of the same. Yeah, they can do, but they won't take long for them to be combat. There is no moderate Muslim. There's an active Islam and Islam in waiting. It's all called. Yeah, I mean, every single one of them are turned. As soon as, say, soon the UK was getting near to being like 50% Islamic, they'd all be coming out, go, oh, you convert, pay the jizya, we're going to chop your head off. And then that'd be it. All gays would be killed. Do you know what I mean? We shall fight on the seas and the oceans. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall never surrender. Exactly that. We'll fight on holy ground too. And in the streets. Our streets. Christ is King. Amen. I've been watching A White Audits. Old Bill Pepper sprayed on an 11-year-old boy. I saw in Portsmouth a police officer had done pepper spray and it went into another police officer's face. That's Pat's leather straps. Have you? That rings a bell. Have you commented on Apostate Prophet? That rings a bell. Pat's leather. Because when they come up, he does all his super chats and that. I just rang a bell. Just bought British flag curtains and I'm going off to make a bacon sun with a coffee and play Rule Britannia Full Blast. Keep fighting, Britain. Never catch you again on the 13th. Grimwolf, it sounds like a plan. I'm trying to get through these to catch up and then happy days. There is no moderate Islam, only active Islam and Islam. Did I read that one? It's all calls for extermination of non-believers and the terrorising of nation being conquered. That's very true, though. Current UK police are Gen's kids who just want to be at home on Marvel Rivals. Gen Z, well, they give you views. Yep, a view is a view. They buy us more flags with every view. Learn about legal ease and you can take the P out of them. Don't you think it's for a reason that Tommy is just the other side of the coin? So I was reading the next bit then. The Spartan group is very sus. They keep turning up masked. The Canary Wharf smells like us. Moderates are just chickens. Rusty Nuts. That's a cool name, by the way. I'm in the freedom of speech union as long as I don't advocate for violence. Yeah, imagine that, free speech. Yes, mate, I'm a regular who's stumbled in here off the street. Oh, thanks for stumbling in then, geese. Happy days. But, yeah, I recognised you. I swear you come up, maybe it's a super chat or just a chat. Obviously, we all remember, like, the eyes of the leather strap of the anus, so I assume that's why you got Pat's leather straps. So yeah, good to see you here, mate. So thanks for even clicking. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you all. Yay! Nice to meet you. Oh, I've caught up. Happy days. I want to say also I am fully against Islam and it having any kind of presence in the British Isles. Blackpool Mims. Yes, agreed. Right. Oh, got through all that. Blimey. But yeah. So basically, that's the one. Cool. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I will be doing more lives, obviously, more videos. Go and check out all my other videos as well. Happy days. So, but yeah, I had to get that point out that everyone needs to be given a false narrative on Tommy Robinson and his supporters. That's absolutely disgraceful. So we can't have any of that. I was expecting left to stream with the title. I know I've done it, but I did put a question mark. Do you know what I mean? I thought hopefully that'll get people in. They'll be like, we're supporting Tommy. Are we supporting Tommy? Cool. Yeah, we'd like and subscribe. Reverse psychology, but happy days. We're all growers, we are family, and our home is at stake. Exactly that. Exactly that. Liked and so, oh, good man. Oh, happy days. If I'm on the Apostate Prophet, I will be saying hi to you if I see you. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing. But that's been an excellent live stream. I've been talking for an hour and 43 minutes. Are your ears bleeding? But I'm heck. But yeah, I appreciate you all watching and commenting and listening. And I've just realised what's been on screen all this time. If you read that, been trying to link up with different social movements, such as Strong Palestine Movement. She pointed out, Robinson recently posted it, F Palestine, F Hamas, F Islam. That's been up on screen for how long? I didn't even notice, so my bad. What can I do? But yeah, all right, I'll do this last couple, and then we will be done for the live stream. I just cannot support Tommy that he gets so much airtime, but he's a good egg. It cut the question mark off, or my dyslexia did. But please do, bro. I'm very active in chat. Yep, I'll be keeping an eye out for you, mate. Definitely. Speak Free sent me here. He Speaks Free sent me here. Oh, who's He Speaks Free? I'll have to look them up. Let me write that. I've had a pad here. I've not even used it for though. Was that E? Is that a different channel? He Speaks Freely. I don't know what that is. Rusty Nuts. That's a cool name, by the way. Rusty Nuts. He Speaks Freely. Is that a different channel? Is someone putting up info about and supporting it? Then it's only right we support. We all want the same thing, and the more the word spread, the better. Exactly. I mean, because Tommy posted on his X and said like share this everywhere. So like yesterday, I've done a video. I think it's about 6 minutes long or so, but I got 3 little like TikToks or shorts, YouTube shorts out of it, and that went mental, over 20,000 views. So I thought, yeah, I'll help him spread the word. So happy days. I'm active in a lot of things. Yeah, I'll keep my eye out for you. I'm normally quite good at remembering names, so that means projects I need support all on our side. Settled, we can vote our way through our disagreements after. Exactly that. Season audit. An audit. I don't know what that means, geez. He Speaks as a female blogger. Ah, right. I didn't know that. Well, let me. Female blogger, and she's on YouTube. I'll check her out. Emma is her name. Emma, same name as my sister and my stepdaughter. How funny is that? He's an independent journalist that streams the protest. Ah, right. Happy days. Okay. Oh, I'll check her out then. Because I'm hoping that I want to get people on here to write interviews and other channels. So Sam Hawkins. Oh, I haven't seen you before. Welcome. We're going to end shortly, but I appreciate you coming in. Hope you like and subscribe as well. Emma is her name. Yeah, I wrote that down. I'll check her out because I'll email, because I want to get people. So instead of just me talking here like this, like I will be posting the link up so you guys in the chat could come up and talk if you're willing to show your face, that is. And then we can talk, have a little tete-a-tete, and then try and find people like maybe even this He Speaks Freely Emma. We'll get hold of her. Be good to get these sort of people up on screen, see what they think. Do you know what I mean? And promote her channel, and she can promote my channel, and we you know how it is. Become one, brothers and sisters. We are all related by blood. We are kin. Yes. Love to all. Our finest hour is upon us. Yep. Mitch Media. Is that a different one? Mitch Media. You got me writing stuff down now. Look. Media. Right, write that down. Right, I better go and have my dinner. Are you having your dinner, people, at 5:15 on a Sunday? So thank you all for watching. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel. It's been going since last October, so it's doing all right. But obviously I've been chopping, changing. But I know which direction I'm going in now. There are channel memberships. Should you want to check them out, you can check the wizardwares.com for some wizard merch. So it's all good. Active Patriot, Yorkshire Rose, etc. Let me write them down. Look, I was going to go on my din-dins, and you're keeping me up for Active Patriot and Yorkshire Rose. That's a cool name. Yorkshire Rose. Right, yep. Happy days, happy days. Join Advanced College and the Wizard Words. We're looking for decent voices like yours. Advanced College. I don't know what that is. I'm writing this down. I'll have to all look it up once I've had me din-dins, and I'll come back. I'll get the old laptop on and investigate all this. So I'm making notes. I'd go on screen, but I do say the same things about Islam, to be fair. It's their own sources. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, people, when I go live, what I will do is on my next stream, I will be saying, like, if you want to come up, as long as you're willing to show your face, though, because obviously people don't want to see it. I can't look at thingies and just an icon, obviously. So if you're willing to show your actual face so everyone can see you and say hi, do that. I'll actually be putting up in the chat a link, and then you can follow that. You'll be in the back end of this system. I can see you, and then I can bring you up on screen, and we can have like a talk, and then people in the chat can ask you questions as well as me. So it'll be happy days then. And then, you know, if you want to cut for 5-10 minutes, happy days. You want to cut for half an hour, happy days. You know, we do whatever do whatever you like. If you're in the UK, I am in the UK. I'm in Portsmouth, South Coast. Better not give away too much. Ooh, yeah. Audits is a legend too. Audits. Yeah, it'd be good to get other people up to have chats, wouldn't it? Keep up the good work. We'll do what we can. You must know Charlie Beach. Never heard of that either. Charlie Kirk. Charlie Beach. But I'd be interested in getting old people like who are in the UK as well, like so we can have all the UK streams. Because Americans, they seem to do really well with their subscribers and everything. But Charlie didn't do the hotels though. He shows the streets, so right, okay, yeah, because I watch Speaker's Corner as well. I do watch a bit of that as well. I've got to educate yourself, haven't you, people? But yeah, but I'll look all them up and that, and I'll see, and I'll have to send some emails out and see if we can get people up. But if you're willing and you see me going live at some point and you see it and you think, oh yes, if you want to come up, put in the chat like I want to come up. Oh yeah, 2CTV, yeah, I've already subscribed there. I think I've actually got loads of links in the description, actually, all the channels I watch. I think I put them all in there. So I forgot like Douglas Murray, 2CTV, Sahar TV, Douglas Murray, Jordan Peterson, or you name it, they're all there. So all happy days. But Charlie Beach is good at taking the P out of the Palestinian marches. Oh, is he cool? Happy days. I'll look him up then. So yeah, that'd be cushy. So. But yeah, so 2TV, I've been watching him for years. I was watching him, I think he had about 279,000 subscribers. Now he's got over 1 million. I'm still on 5,290, I think. So get over there, subscribe, get the channel memberships, buy all the merch. No, do whatever you want to do. But it's all happy days. But I'll catch you all in the next live. Happy days. Like I say, just say in the chat in the next live, oh, I'll come up or whatever, and I will ask, and we get you up. So, that'll be all cushy. Yep, David Wood, his link's in the bottom. Prostate Profit, his link. Reason Answers, I haven't. Jane Doc, they're in the description. And this week, Joe, with Robert. Robert Spencer's a good one, yes. Yeah, I forgot about that as well. Oh, Liam Tufts, yes. I think he's ex-security, as am I. But yeah, he's good because he interviewed Tommy Robinson. And I watched, is it Hassan? No, Harris. Hassan Harris? Harris Official? Harris Atheist? Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Oh, I know what I mean. But yeah, but it's been brilliant. It's been a good live. Happy days. I should hopefully be planning to go live maybe, I think it's Thursday 8 p.m. because I'd stopped during the women's football because I love my football. But yeah, probably the next one will be Thursday at 8, but I do randomly do it during the days, so you know, like I do. Harris Sultan, yes, thank you, Rusty Nuts, thank you. That's what I meant. Oh no, oh, he got it first, oh, he beat ya. But I've nothing. The government take it all and pay for one. So, Ben Habib, yeah, that was all good. Matt Hardy, Matt Hardy is a good one. But yeah, we need to get all like people based in the UK and get all some sort of thing going on where we can get each other on each other's channels and promote them, and that'd be cushy. But anyway, right, I'm gonna go and have my dinner. I hope you're all hungry now after watching all that. It's been good. So thank you every single one of you for watching. I hope you subscribed, and I hope my voice didn't bore you. And I hope you appreciate the full-on Gandalf look with the beard and the hair. I don't know where that happened. But Jack had any others like that, let me know in the comments, and I'll write them down, and I'll actually do my research and check them all out. But it's been a brilliant live, so thank you to every single one of you for commenting and for watching and whatever. It's been fantastic to meet you all, and it's good to know that we're all on the same wavelength. I was reading what David Thompson just wrote there, saying Also waste taxpayer money by waiting for the police outside former hotels and wasting their time. Why not, geese? But yeah, until the next live, which is probably Thursday at 8 p.m. That's what I'm planning. But sometimes I go off on a tangent. I'll do a random one during the day at some point. But but I'll be more than happy to see you all there. I hope I do, actually, because it's happy days. And then we can grow this channel, and we're all on the same wavelength. So it's going to be a party, don't you think? So thank you, everyone. And until probably Thursday 8 p.m. for now, that is the wizard's words.